Where the hell did you get excavate from? Deck
Scrolling
building.
through cards, looking for ways to kill dragons.
I gotta get you back though. Why don't I have?
I'm
There you
back.
go. Back. Yeah, the whole thing just died. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that people will be smart enough to find a link or see whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I so this deck. I think you know what? I think there's. Did I have to put in Fork Lightning? I forget. Is that what we said?
We talked about a fork lightning for potential like cleanup of 3 life units after widows either block or hit them.
So I gotta put it back. What do we take out?
Maybe.
Do we need two widows,
I don't
or do
know.
we just go to one widows?
You can. I don't care. I'm like this deck. I don't understand it. This is a deck that I think what I was saying when we got cut off was that this is one of those things that I would need to play. Like I can't visualize how this would work. I
Is
need to
this
play this over and
is
over.
this a Red King tempo deck that we know that there's something there, we just can't play it?
Just can't. Yeah, just can't understand it. But what I said when we popped back on was it like I don't like Soulfire because it's hard to get allies in the discard pile without like on command,
Yeah.
without just meditating a bunch of cards away. But then I was like, what if you just played Excavate? And then if you have a lot of allies in your deck, then you're going to use Excavate to dump a few into the discard pile, and then you can play Soulfire for actual like damage. Seems interesting to me.
Uh but then
I also like the idea of, and this is completely unrelated, but I also like the idea of playing Farewell on an Empyrean Mount and milling 3.
yes.
That'd be a completely different deck, but that's an interesting open against Demona.
I think I think you do something like that with Leo, and
Yeah,
I mean 5 cards, right?
yeah. I mean, I just
Milling
mill the
five
crap out of her.
cards, and then wait, that's only 1 card for 4 dice. 1 card. You still have plenty to do.
Right.
I don't know what you do. Well, maybe in that case, you only need 3 charm, but in that case, you could go like the type of turbo mill. You could do doves or whatever, or you just you go. What is that card called? Was it embrace? What's embrace? What's the thing that he has?
That,
Gifted
that.
rose,
Oh, yeah. I hate
right?
that card.
And you do an aggressive counter assault.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a
just
really good card. It just doesn't feel like Leo to me, but
just for
it's a
kicks,
good card
we're
though.
gonna do one more really quick one. This is gonna be. I didn't even name the. What do you want to name the James deck? You have good names.
I have nothing right now. I have nothing. That James deck is just a pile of cards that got thrown together. I want to name it just pile of cards.
All right, I just did. How does this pile work? There you
There you go. I like it.
go. Okay,
I want to make a deck that uses pride.
that's too complicated right now. I can't think that far.
Card feels good to me.
I've seen people use it like in really cool ways, but like I think I saw Shmeny playing something. I was like, that was a sick move. We also had it on. I had it on stream, one of the streams. All right, we're gonna do just because we said it. We're gonna do this farewell thing.
Okay.
So it's Leo. It's farewell. Uh, and just because I said it before, and I like the idea of like counter rushing, we're gonna do widows in this aggro.
Widows?
Yeah. That's
But
five.
like,
That's 6 dice. Okay.
yeah, but
No, because they kill Finch, and then you're just like, boom.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I always feel weird about like, I mean, we're dumping 3 dice into farewell in round one to mill them three. I mean, and take
Oh,
out a
and we're
mount. I
moving.
get it, but
Yeah. What? Not just
yeah,
removing. You're also getting. You're not giving them the ally back.
but we're still gonna pressure fatigue, right?
Well, I mean, even if you just get rid of their options, like you're pressure.
Yeah.
Like that's why I also want the counter sort of rush.
Okay. So so we play farewell for three, we play widows for two, and we play Finch for one, and we have 6 dice, and we need to spend 4 dice on three other cards.
4 dice on 3 cards. Lightbringer was
So
what
it's
I was
like
thinking of.
I was thinking of Cobra.
Lightbringer Cobra is not bad.
I was also thinking of Owl, but
No, I think
um,
that's too slow. Shimmy
so Cobra,
is
Lightbringer.
an alternative to Cobra. Another
I mean, you can do
alternative.
them both. Like you can just play Shimmerwing as well, and then like
Shimmerwing. If
you draw something
what if
and
you
you
play
play it. You have a dice left.
no play Royal Charm?
Oh, you want to play Shimmerwing instead of Cobra and play Royal Charm?
Yeah, because then you you are threatening the burn side of damage too. Like you're putting a blocker which is harder to remove.
You want to swing, burn, and mill all in the same deck. That's what you're
No.
trying
I'm
to
saying, well, yeah, like it.
do.
The mill is really like secondary. You don't have to burn. Anguish is mill or burn, but whatever. But it gives you the reach. The I haven't played with shimmy enough. Let's do the shimmy.
All right, doing the
Doing
shimmy.
doing the shimmy. Okay. What is that? 3. You're oh oh Skak has got to
So you
put
want to
in
play?
our short forms of all the abbreviations of these
Oh.
cards. I
All
can't.
right, so you're gonna play Shimmerwing, Lightbringer, and Royal Charm. That's our spell board.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Lightbringer. That's what I said.
and we have Farewell and we want to play Widows in round one.
That's just a
So we're
potential here, right?
yeah, so I mean, we're 2 dice short on a first five there, but we can. That's assuming we spend three on Farewell.
That is assuming we
Um,
might as well,
but
just because Divine is the king of whatever nonsense. Um, Old Salts and Paladins in these colors.
well, we're gonna need a lot of Charm dice here.
Do we? Oh yeah, we
Um,
do. Well, how many do we need? 3, 4, 5 potentially.
I mean, you need 4 or 5 just for round one. I think you're five there. Maybe it's like a 5-3-2 split.
Yeah.
Ceremonial Divine.
Okay. Um,
All right, so we have to play Neil now.
and Chimera Charmer, I guess, instead of Paladin then, because we're not in enough Divine really.
Probably. I don't like Chimera Charmer, but
Well, one. I'll put one in.
it can be fine. I mean, we
50.
have Royal Charm, so it makes sense.
What's
Are you playing 3 Shimmerwing books?
I'm playing 3 Shimmerwing books, but only one Royal Charm, unless you want to add more.
No, I think that's fine.
So we got 15 cards. I've got 3 Farewells, 2 Kneels, 2 Sleeping Widows. Well, what are we doing here? We need self clear. Blood chains, right?
Yeah, that's always good. Especially with Shimmerwing. I mean, Shimmerwing self clears itself.
Yeah, but whatever.
But it's always nice to be able to blood chains a Finch or something away.
I don't suppose Ryle or Brawl. I mean, Ryle just because we have the 2 sets of 0 attack units.
Yeah, I think Ryle's good. I like Ryle and Leo because I just like being able to go side action Finch, main action Ryle.
For one.
No, I mean assuming I have another 0 or 2 on the board.
Oh, so just for two? Is that good normally?
It's not horrible, but I mean we can find other stuff to put in here. Like
But like anchor knots?
um you could play Anchornaut, you could play
Oh, I think you're
I was
spiking.
gonna say you could play Raybird Recruit, but I don't know that we have much other stuff we want to boost up.
And if you boost the
Um
recruit, then it defeats the purpose.
Correct. But, like this would be a good time for Cobra.
I'm just gonna, because we're in so much charm, sympathy, pain.
We want Cobra instead of Lightbringer.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what we
I kind
want.
of like Cobra instead of Lightbringer.
Yeah, and then Ryle makes sense.
Correct.
Okay.
And now I want Rose Gardner.
Yep. 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 Um. Okay. So we're at 23 out of 30.
Are we
Um.
playing? Are we playing Gifted Rose or are we playing Anguish or are we playing neither?
I was gonna play Anguish because at this point, Gifted Rose doesn't do all that much with the cards we have. But I wouldn't play probably like three Anguish in this case. I'd probably just play one or two.
Yeah, probably want Beast Tamer.
Beast Tamer, of course, is yeah a really good ally here. I'll put two of those because we have so many.
Do we have Old Salt yet?
You have two.
Okay.
Let's see. We only have we've got two widows, two bloodchains, two old salts. That's probably enough on three. With well, now we don't have. Do we have anything? We don't have divine. We don't care about divine right now. So we could get rid of that because we don't have Lightbringer.
Yeah, we have Neil. Did we?
Oh, Neil, yeah. But I mean, like, effectively, we have one one die that
Yeah,
we
that's,
could.
you would only need one die for that.
So do we want
Um,
four
I'm
ceremonial?
just looking at other stuff. Maybe. There's also redirect as a self clear option. Charm.
Yeah, like
Um,
two of those.
it's not bad. I think redirect's always good.
Do we need? What's the open here? Cobra Shimmy
Well,
Charm is two, but it's three cards.
yeah. And then you have like, well, we were doing farewell widows, and then
Which would
against
be
dragon, but
but farewell. Well,
that would
sorry,
be
Finch makes this three, so we have two cards and seven dice to spend. Farewell and Widows
yeah.
doesn't get you there, plus whatever you draw. But you could do Chimera Charmer, which would be six. You still have four dice to spend. You could do another
Yeah, but we're drawing cards. We're drawing a card.
A card.
Like I want a farewell paladins. That's the other. Like people play paladin around all the time. I want to farewell the stupid thing. Just mill them 5.
Five. So do we just
Yeah.
go six? So we're doing 6-3-1. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay, 6-3-1.
You can't farewell paladin and play Shimmer Wing and Ruby Cobra in round 1
Yeah, you can.
with only 6. Not with only 6 charm dice.
Oh yeah,
You
it's
need
true.
7, but that's
Dream.
hilarious though.
Honestly, if they played it early enough, if you like put down a Shimmerwing or a Cobra and then they paladin it, it's just like okay,
Yeah, just don't play the other one and farewell it for 5.
yeah.
Build their whole
Cobra's gonna
deck.
mill one. Like it's like okay, sure.
Yeah. Um, you know what? Put a Chain Creations in the deck just because I love that card. Nobody plays it,
Sure.
and
Especially
it
against the
like it.
Shemis and stuff.
Yeah, it's something to do with your divine that one divine die in route because we're not going to open Neil.
No.
So like you can open Chain Creations in some matchups. Like yeah, you can lock out Shimmering or Cobra or you know or like a 2/2, which is the dream, right? Like they play a False Demon or a Lioness, and you get to blow that up
Is there
and lock it out.
um is there a world in which you do a double night start with like Blood Archer
Oh, I always
Chimera
forget
Charmer?
that card. Probably. Yeah, put
Because
Blood Archer's good.
we
Put
have
that
one
in.
card left.
Blood Archer's excellent. Put it in there.
Okay.
I want to like Blood Archer Chain Creations a bear. That sounds odd. And then lock the bear out for next round. That sounds freaking awesome.
Okay. There.
Do that. I like that.
There we go. That's our speed round.
There you go. Super quick, Leo. Farewell deck. Call it Farewell Dragon.
Bye bye dragon. That's what I called
Bye
it.
bye Dragon.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
We did some stuff.
We did some
Impromptu
stuff.
deck building stream. Yeah.
That's how you got to do it. You just got to toss in some cards, go off the cuff, and then come back and realize the next morning you're like, what the hell were we on?
This James deck is so bad that we built. Dude, that deck is bad.
I don't think it's bad. I actually think that okay, it on the premise that this stream started where we were thinking about Dragon, it is probably very bad. On the premise of just building a deck that can compete, I think it's actually a very aggressive deck that could do like that could wreck a lot of other decks.
Yeah, like I said, I'd have to, it's one of those things where I'd have to kind of see it in action.
I think the thing is probably that the main issue is that it's the type of deck that really requires either knowing the meta decks that are out there. Like the first five selection is the problem there because it is
Yeah.
so varied where you can go with the three chance. You can play Lightbringer, you could not play Lightbringer, you could play the Knights, you could not like you could play Widows, not play Widows. It's so flexible that trying to decide what you're going to start with and then getting any sort of data off of a couple games, like you'd have to play that deck 15, 20 times to be like, okay, now I
Oh yeah.
know. And I don't think I played like I did my 70-10 challenge, and then since then I don't think I've ever played a deck more than 5 times. So
We should have like should have made that James a blood puppet deck.
no,
I'm
now
just looking
you're
at blood puppeteer, and I never play this card,
oh puppeteer. Okay,
and I want to like play a puppeteer and tutor another puppeteer, and then just like load Demona up with blood puppets, and then when she like plays her dragon and wipes out our board of puppeteers, and then she gets a bunch of puppets, and then the allies are in the discard, so then we play Soulfire and explode her dragon because our allies are in the discard pile, and she takes 3 damage for
that's
that, and then she starts taking blood puppet damage.
that's actually hilarious.
Right?
Between Chant of Revenge and even just a couple puppets, I think okay, just for the sake of it, I'm just gonna quickly go back. I'm just gonna replace the fire archers with
No,
puppeteers.
don't do that. That's not a good idea.
Why not?
That's not. We would have to. You have to think through that deck.
Why? That's hilarious.
I know it's hilarious, but I don't think you want to replace Fire Archer with it.
Okay, fine. What would you replace? You're not gonna replace
I don't
Old
know.
Salt.
I
I
don't even
didn't
have the
put
deck
I didn't
up
even put in
anymore.
I didn't put in fork light. I was about to put in fork lighting and then my computer crashed. That was part of the issue.
I was just all I had like I had uh Divine Charm Ceremonial filtered in Nash Techie or in Nash.live because we were making that Leo deck, and I just saw Blood Puppeteer,
Yeah. Okay.
and I was like, "Oh, this card's awesome." I never used the darn thing.
Well, is 2 meteors too much, or is 2 meteors really just for consistency? Where's Puppeteer?
Well, I think you want the meteors in there if you're playing Puppeteer,
Yeah, that's also true. No, that doesn't work. Does it?
doesn't it? Oh wait, you're right. It doesn't because the meteor explodes the puppets then,
Yeah.
unless you do a 2 damage meteor, which you don't ever want to do really.
Yeah, because then, yeah, no.
Yeah, Nature's Wrath is the card you want with Puppeteer.
We do have the one nature
I thought
die.
we
It's
took the
got to use.
nature die out.
No, because of
We took
Hammer
the.
Knight.
Oh, that's right. We took the Raptor Herder out, but we left the Hammer Knight in.
Well, is Meteor. Is it better to be on Meteor, or is it better to be on Nature's Wrath here?
Well, if we're playing Puppeteer, it's better to be on Nature's Wrath. I played. So this is funny because we were talking about Gen Con, before, how we started all this. My round one at Gen Con last year was Charlotte on James with a million blood puppeteers. That was her deck. That's what made me think of this. I think I had 4 or 5 blood puppets on my battlefield in round one
That's
from what
that's
she was
insane.
doing. She was like, she played a book, she played puppeteer, she tutored another puppeteer, and then I think she played Essence Druid to like bounce the blood puppet book back and put
Okay.
another puppet or something. It was there was like 4 or 5 puppets on my board in the first round, and I was Aerodel, so I had the room for it.
I'm gonna
Like filled
drop
up my battlefield
Shepherd.
with them.
Why do we need
No,
Shepherd?
those
No,
were
we.
really good.
Why though? Two of them for when we have ceremonial already.
No, you want Shepherd, especially
Something
with
has
puppeteer.
to drop here. We've if it's not fire archers, and it's not. But you're not gonna drop the glory because that's a basic sync at least.
No, I think you go down to one fire archer maybe. I like
Uh,
having one
okay, one.
just as a like you can go grab it whenever to do 1 damage that you really need to do.
We probably have to get rid of this rally the troops then. I just thought it was fun
Okay,
as a one of,
I
unless we
get
don't do
behind
two
that.
widows, but two widows feels good.
Yeah, I think you would. I'd ditch the rally of the troops. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a cool card that doesn't see enough play.
That's what I thought one of.
But yeah, I don't know if it's great here, but it is like
Oh, you dropped. we can't get we can't get this figured out. Um. Hmm. Oh, there you go. You're back.
sorry about that. I like moved my computer and it just kicked me out of everything. That was weird. Um, but I was saying I like rally of the troops when you have um murders and stuff in the deck where you can like get enter the battlefield triggers over and over again. I
Yeah.
don't think we have a ton of those, right? Other than like the one of Fire Archer.
Yeah. I put in the puppeteer in instead. Um. So we're one card over, and we never got Fork Lightning in this deck.
Oh well. I think this needs played, and we need to see like where the weak points are.
Yeah, but I need to cut like one card. 15 allies. I
I thought we
no.
cut a Fire Archer and rally the troops for 2 puppeteers.
Oh, okay. I'm cutting rally. There we
Oh,
go.
did you not want to do that?
I didn't want to do it, but I did it. Okay, fine. I did it. There you go. Back to 30. Puppeteers. That's I actually think there's something to that. It stops your own aggro, but like to be able to just be like, screw it. Here's like 5 burn in a round. Because if you tutor if you had the Chant of Revenge and then you eventually just, you know, pump
Yeah,
up the puppeteers. I guess you can't play
right.
them
And then you
all.
start shepherding them back and replaying them
You could do two Chant of Revenge and two Puppeteers plus the Ritualist
in round one.
in
You're
round one.
saying,
Yeah.
yeah, or you just do like one chant, right? Ritualist chant, puppeteer, puppeteer, and then shepherd into another puppeteer.
Yeah, or Glory into a Light Swordsman type of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. This
and there's stuff. There's stuff.
All right. So there we go. Just for I'll put it on screen so that there's the final 3 decks. This is all nonsense, but I love it.
Yeah, that James deck is like complete nonsense, man. But I think it'll be super fun to mess with.
We definitely started strong with the Saria deck, and then we
Oh yeah,
wavered. We kind of lost the plot along the way,
right.
and then I think the speed build Leo was actually not too bad. I think
Yeah,
the
it's actually
first
pretty good.
5 is a little problematic, but
I'm gonna mess around with excavate James. I like that. I
all
like
right.
excavate and soulfire in round one, then a
Oh,
bunch of outlet. I'm gonna mess with that. That sounds fun.
oh great. Shmeny joined at the very end here. We already said you
Oh,
were
he's here.
dead. You were dead,
Yeah,
bud.
we ripped you, but glad you're back.
He's like, we had like 4 people or 5 people in chat, and then it crashed, and now we joined in to say goodbye. Basically, how it works.
Yeah,
We went for like an hour and a half though, for something
yeah,
that
that wasn't
started off
bad
with just
for.
the two of us talking.
Mhm.
All right. Oh, I'm usually not
All
the one
right,
that's
it is
tired,
after
but now I
midnight.
am tired.
Yeah, I'm dead. I was up late last night too. I need to go to bed.
I've been falling asleep so many nights just putting the kids down, and I'm just like, then I miss
Yeah,
doing stuff like this.
I hear you, man.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All
hopefully
right,
we
well,
do
it was fun.
something. You know what we should do? We should do a pre-Gen Con hype type of thing. I mean, we still have nobody signed up
Agreed.
for AIL streams this week. I can't do tomorrow. Maybe you can. I know you don't have the technology, but you could figure it
Yeah,
out.
I don't know. It's tough because I do taekwondo 3 nights a week, and then like Thursday is the first night I don't have it, and my wife's always like, "Hey, let's like hang out at night, actually, like eat dinner and do stuff."
Yeah.
So it's tough, but if I can, and someone else
Someone
can set technology up or something, then
I offered to teach people. It's not honestly that hard, but whatever. So somebody's got to do the mantle. I think in who is it? Redentor and Carl are playing tomorrow, but
okay.
anyway, yeah, we should at least do one more. Hopefully, a full trio of us. Pre Gen Con hype. We'll see. Maybe by then we'll actually have more illusion, like the first illusion reveal. Maybe.
Yeah, I was hoping that would come out today, and it didn't.
Yeah. So
But
if Nick ends up watching this nonsense, give us a preview to talk about before the 29th, right? 29th? Yeah.
yeah, didn't like my blind chimera idea for illusion. He insulted me by doing the complete opposite of blind chimera and making chimera with more eyes than any other creature.
Yeah. That's too bad. I'm
Like,
super hyped though for
so throw
the
us a bone here, man. Like,
the acrobat. That thing seems totally my style.
yeah, that's a fun card
Um
for sure.
all right. So 3 weeks. Shmeny, if you're still watching, uh that's your timeline, dude. You got to find
Yeah,
one
that
day where you're not flying all over the country and where you're not. Oh my god, Fritzy finally joined. Yeah, do a pod. We just need one live podcast in the next 3 weeks. We're slacking so
agreed.
hard. Our fans are
Yeah,
disappointed in us, in you
yeah,
specifically.
all 8 of them.
Yeah, all 8 of our fans are disappointed in Shmeny. Just need one get together. We can do it.
Yeah,
Um.
yeah,
All
we'll
right.
make that happen before Gen Con and talk about some stuff. If not if not illusion stuff, just I don't know, Gen Con meta things and more ideas on how to beat dragons.
And is intern number 2 gonna be the Gen Con hype
Oh,
caster.
absolutely. He's so excited about this.
That's awesome.
He might be more excited about doing that than like anything else at Gen Con.
That's
It's like you
great.
get to record the finals and commentate on it again. He's there for it.
Perfect. All right. So that's what you guys have to look forward to. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty
I'm
good.
gonna try and get intern number one to bring his tripod because
Ooh.
for this year, so we can set my phone up on the tripod so it's not all shaking around.
You just need
And
like
actually have like a half decent thing.
a gorilla pod type of thing. I don't know if Allie has stuff. Maybe remind me. I'll ask her. She is a
Right. I mean, Ben
videographer.
has like a tripod to put our phone in and like
Oh, okay.
for that.
If he already has it, that's fine then.
Yeah, he has it. He thinks he's gonna be a YouTuber one day, so he bought that stuff. But
Hey,
he's
you
not.
gotta actually, you know, just put your foot forward and do it. That's how this started.
Right.
You're just like, hey, want to
Yeah.
talk about ashes? Yeah, sure.
Right.
Let's
That's
do
pretty
it.
much it.
Here we are, a year and a half. No, 2 years later. I think it's like 2 years later.
Probably. It
Yeah, it's wild.
seems that's ridiculous, but it's been a long time.
All right.
All right, man. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Fritz, thanks for joining at the last minute. Watch the other
Yeah.
video before my laptop crashed. And Shmenny,
Right.
book a date in the calendar, dude.
Please do. If you're
And
not janky or stanky, frog up, wolf down, all that stuff.
all of it. I've forgotten a lot of them. Snake out, goat, whatever.
Make out, lion on, goat back,
Have a good one,
horse
guys.
around, little power. See you guys
Ciao.
later.
Oh.